After some very controversial comments last month, Donald Trump speaks out again. This time about El Paso and the safety of border cities. The interview aired on MSNBC, and Trump was asked about cities like El Paso being some of the safest in the nation. He says right now the borders are more unsafe than they've ever been. ABC 7's Jerry Najera is live near the Paso del Norte Bridge in downtown El Paso with his story. Jerry.
Estela, we saw the reaction in our community and across the nation after Trump said Mexico was only sending their worst across the border. Well, in an interview today, he holds to those ideals and even talks about border security, saying that pretty much we have no border and border cities are unsafe.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
It was a speech that brought a lot of backlash for Trump. His show, The Apprentice, canceled, Miss Universe dropped from Univision, and yes, even the Trump Piñata came about. Wednesday afternoon, Trump was interviewed, and once again, he stood by his words.
They force people into our country, and they are drug dealers, and they are criminals of all kind. We are taking Mexico's problems.
And during the interview, NBC News reporter Katie Tur asked Trump about El Paso.
The murder rate in El Paso, Texas, which is right on the border, is the lowest murder rate for any of the big cities in the country.
Don't try and convince me that there's no crime.
In the past, we've heard these arguments made before in terms of the immigrants bringing over violence.
Federico Anuveros lives in El Paso, and he says he's not concerned about illegal border crossers.
I mean, here in El Paso, I can speak for El Paso, and I think here in El Paso, we don't see a lot of violence coming from the immigrants, from immigration coming in here.
Today, police also reminded us of El Paso's ranking of safest city in the nation between 2010 and 2014. In fact, they say year-to-date reportable crimes are down by 12.9%.
It's a disgrace. Don't tell me about safety. Are you trying to justify safety at the border? I don't think so.
Residents like Silvia Portillo say she hasn't felt the recent shift in crime.
I don't feel it's unsafer than it's ever been.
It's just something to say about our country, you know, that we have a safe place here.
And I did try to reach out to someone from the El Paso Republican Party to get an opinion on Trump's statements. They were not able to get back to me before this story. Rick, Estela, back to you.
Okay, well, maybe Mr. Trump needs to come visit the border. Jerry, thank you very much.